Mr. Director General, you represent an organisation that was created to help safeguard the world's cultural heritage. The destruction of the Jofa Cemetery has a protracted history. It started in November 1998. It resumed again in November 2002. It was finally completed in December 2005. On each occasion, UNESCO and ICOMOS were fully informed about the damage being inflicted on the graveyard site. Because of this, UNESCO now stands accused of, at best, being impotent, at worst, of deliberately doing nothing for political reasons. I hope that we can now entrust to you personally the task of redeeming the reputation of UNESCO in this matter. Well, unfortunately, over a year has passed and still no UNESCO inspectors have visited the site of Jofa. There was a delegation that was meant to be there last month, but the day before they were due to leave, Azerbaijan cancelled the visit on the ground that they were going to visit Nagorno-Karabakh, and they were doing so by going through Armenian territory. And that was the excuse that Azerbaijan used to stop the mission. And they've come up with many other excuses, but on all occasions UNESCO and ICOMOS have commented and haven't said anything. And the interesting thing was, in the delegation, we questioned Matsura, Matsura here, and we asked him whether he had approached Azerbaijan with the view to sending a delegation, and he said he hadn't. And this was in 2006, and 6 years had passed since UNESCO had been informed of the destruction, and in 6 years he hadn't done anything. I think we can assume that it's a deliberate inactivity. It's not just laziness or being ill-informed. And Matsura was saying that he cannot comment until UNESCO officials have seen the site for themselves. They can't go by third party accounts. Yet he has set it up that UNESCO will never visit the site. So in a sense he's given himself a get-out clause that will never end, and it's almost certain there will never be a UNESCO visit to Nakhichevan. Yet Azerbaijan is still a member of UNESCO, and actually the weekend after we went as a delegation to meet Matsura, he was dining with the wife of the Azeri president, who is the head of UNESCO's department in Nakhichevan. And as I said, also that the Momine Khatun mausoleum has been registered as a monument, and UNESCO inspectors have been there. And actually, UNESCO inspectors have informally seen the graveyard site, because last month they were there was an inspection made of the Surp Stepanos monastery in Iran, because Iran wants to register it as a world monument, and UNESCO inspectors went there, and on the way they stopped and they looked over at the Jofa graveyard. But again, because it was an official stop, it wasn't on their itinerary, it's doubtful that UNESCO will see anything officially. And probably as long as this person is the head of UNESCO, nothing's going to happen. And it was entirely predictable that this is what Azerbaijan would do. It's what happened when Turkey invaded Cyprus, northern Cyprus. Many of the churches there were destroyed and the graveyards wiped clean. It happened also in Kosovo when when NATO drove out the remaining Serbian population. The Kosovans destroyed countless medieval Serbian churches. So it was certain that Azerbaijan was going to do what it did, but it should have been UNESCO's responsibility to say to Azerbaijan, if you do this, there's going to be consequences, and such will happen. Unfortunately, UNESCO has chosen to do nothing. It seems to be it's a built-in endemic problem with the way UNESCO is being led. Until this person is removed from his position, there will not be any change. And we say in the 1990s it was in Kosovo, and 21st century it's been Nakhichevan, and when it was in the future part of the world where culture will be eliminated because bodies like UNESCO are deliberately inactive. Thank you.
Can I ask the four of you to sit up here and we'll take a few questions? And I just want to mention that there are, that Argam Ayvazian has several publications up here, and Stephen Sim has a CD-ROM here, which are available for purchase if you are interested. And let me just move the library. Yes, I will, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You have questions, sir?
If you don't mind, I just wanted to make a remark, short remark here. Just a thought. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
As
Sure.
a student, like,
It's all right.
Can I take one of your microphones?
Yes. Yes. Make it short, though, because we
Yeah,
have a
I will
number
make
of questions.
Yeah. Mr. Ayvazian, Mr. Simons, Mr. Sim, as the only Azerbaijani maybe in this room, and as a student, Azerbaijani student here, I just think that I have a moral obligation to respond to some of your speeches.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
If you have a question,
No, I mean like.
please ask a question.
I think you can tolerate to think my opinion also.
Destroying monuments?
No.
This is not a matter of opinions, this is a matter of fact.
Yeah, I will also talk all the
I
time.
have factual things to say,
Yeah,
say them.
okay.
I would like you to be able to
Okay.
civilly
We'll take-
ask and be civilly answer
Yeah,
your question.
I will
want-
ask your question, please, from the floor, as everyone else will.
I just want to
What is the
civilly ask
justification
my.
for destroying monuments? Do you have any justification?
Could you sit down?
Ask questions.
I'm a Harvard student. I want to.
I'm a Harvard professor.
Please, that's why I want to
Can we
ask
do
some questions.
one thing, please?
You
Have
were
a seat
not
in the
personally
audience
accused. Can I answer for that?
and kindly ask the question.
There, hang on.
Yes?
Okay,
Please, nobody
as
yell.
chair,
Okay.
I think I'll have to make a decision here. Could you ask your question from the floor as everyone
Okay.
else will? Otherwise, yeah, and I'll decide how long the question is going to be.
Yes.
So my question is that if you are talking about the facts that you are using some pictures, I just want to remind you a fact that happened a week ago, that Armenian newspaper in New York published a photo of two children which were killed in Khojale during Khojale massacre.
Could we have order, please? Could we have order, please? And also, please make it a short
Yeah,
question.
okay. As the photo of genocide, Armenian genocide, and I just want to say that in 2005, one of my Armenian colleagues from the organization said that it's not time to talk about Karabakh, it's time to talk about Nakhichevan. Nakhichevan is our land, and we will start a campaign very soon, and we will get our lands back. And I just want to ask Mr. Simons, as a Harvard professor, because
I'm Professor Russell. This is
Russell. I'm sorry, Professor Russell, because
Yes.
As a Harvard student,
Yes.
that how you can use the world's most prestigious, the reputation of world's most prestigious university, then most respected environment, academic environment, to be a part of this new campaign.
To be part of what campaign?
Campaign that Nakhichevan belongs to Azerbaijan. And you, Mr. Ayvazian, said that we are talking about only historical facts and only based on historical data. But the map that you used here contained a republic which is called Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, which never existed in history.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
my question is that
You conveyed the
okay.
question.
My question is that how you personally, for example, a Harvard professor,
Yes.
can use a map which is not.
Okay, first of all, it's not my map.
But you used it.
No, I didn't use it.
But you
I didn't give a lecture.
Okay.
Okay, but you've asked your question and I'll answer.
Okay.